This is Rap the News, and today we're going to be talking about the spirit. We're going to be talking about discernment, and we're going to be talking about vanity and how it all tie in together. The spirit, discernment, and vanity. We're going to start with 1 John 5:6. And it is the spirit that beareth witness, not man. Not Rap the News is bearing witness to you. The spirit of God is bearing witness to you, to God, of God. The spirit bears witness of God, God's truth. So it says again, and it is the spirit that bears witness, because the spirit is truth. Whose truth? God's truth. Not Christ, God. We're going to get into that. John 14:17. Even the spirit of truth, whom the world cannot receive. So the world can't really know or receive God because they don't know it. What is the world? The nations. What he said about the Gentiles. The Gentiles don't know God because it seeth him not. John 16:13. Howbeit when the spirit of truth, so the spirit is always what? The spirit is the truth. Is come, he will guide you into all truth. When he comes. Did Christ say, I'm going to guide you into all truth? No. He said the spirit, right? Okay. 1 John 4:1. Beloved, do not believe every spirit. Why? Because there's demonic spirits out there, right? Vexation spirits. But test the spirit to see whether they are from God. Because the spirit is only going to testify of the truth of God. Not the truth of Christ, or John, or Peter, or Mark, or Luke, or Paul. Because many false prophets have gone out in the world. GMS, ISUPK, IUIC, Dow, Watchman Reports. Many preaching what? A false doctrine. What's the false doctrine? About the Son and the sidekick of God. Christ crucified, right? But this is saying, test the spirit to see if they are from God. Not coming in the name of Christ or anything else. This is what they hate. They hate for you to mention God alone by himself like it is the truth. And then watch. They say you preaching falsehood for telling and turning people to God. For talking about God and turning people to God, you're preaching falsehood. No, it is them that are deceived. Because none of this has mentioned Christ so far, has it? No, it's just talking about the truth of God. Test the spirit to see whether they are from God, not Christ. Because many false prophets have gone out in the world. Many deceivers. 1 John 4:6. We are of God, not Christ. Y'all gotta take the nation's false idol out of y'all brain. The nations are deceived by Satan. He gave them the false Christ. The strong delusions God gave them. That you want to believe a lie, have it. 1 John 4:6. We are of God, not Christ, not God and Christ. We are of God, period. Test the spirit to see are they from God. He that knoweth God, hear us. Hear us. They can't hear Rap the News because they're not of God. He that is not of God, hear not us. Mention Christ yet? No. Ain't going to mention him. Hereby know we the spirit of truth. The spirit is truth. How do you know the truth? Because you hear God. Did he say Christ? No. You just hear God. Oh, that bothers me. I'm a good little Christian. Hereby know we the spirit of truth and the spirit of error. The spirit of error is anything besides God. They hate that word, huh? God. Giving you the power to discern the power of discernment. Malachi 3:18. Then shall you return and discern between righteous and wicked, between the truth and the spirit of error, between him that serveth God alone, all by himself, and him that serveth him not. Anything, if you add a partner to God, you ain't serving God. You are polytheist. You are worshiping multiple gods, which he commanded that you don't do. You ain't listening to God, who said serve him alone. And then Christ, who said it was written that you must serve God only. You're not listening and live by every word that comes out of God's mouth. Ecclesiastes 8:5. Whoso keepeth the commandments of God shall feel no evil thing, can discern between the good and the evil. And a wise man has discerned both time and judgment. So now he's giving you the spirit of truth to only deal with God. He also giving you the spirit to discern between good and evil. And now he's letting you discern both time and the judgment. So we can say, oh my God, it's almost time. Not, oh my Christ, oh my God. Luke 12:56. You hypocrites, you can discern the face of the sky. You know the weather and of the earth. You know the season. But how is it that you do not discern the time that y'all demise is at hand? How is it that you don't see it? There's nothing up in the sky, Raptor News. All those things that you're showing us in the video is false. Keep going with your gay life then. To all of y'all burn up. It ain't going to be fun in that fire for eternity. Not ever eating, smelling smoke, and boiling all damn day. And your flesh melting. It ain't going to be no fun. But y'all think y'all can handle it. Y'all think y'all going to fake God out, you Gentiles. You ain't. You know, and just like I said, if it's one Gentile out there to get it, you are rare. You are very rare. You should really praise and thank God for that. John 8:47. He that is of God hears God's words, not Christ. And ain't added Christ yet. You can't add that false God to our God. When you know good and evil. It wasn't that false God added to before. Abraham never worshipped that false God. Ye therefore hear them not, because you are not of God. He that is of God hears God's words. They have to put the truth in there when they lying. Worshiping anything besides God is vanity. I'll say it 3 times. Worshiping anything besides God alone is vanity. Worshiping anything besides God is vain, useless, of no use. It ain't going to profit you nothing in the kingdom or at the judgment. It's going to get you destroyed and thrown in the fire. Ecclesiastes 1:14. I have seen all the works that are done under the sun. And behold, all of it is vanity and vexation of spirit. All you're doing is vexating the vexation of the spirit of truth. Vexing the spirit of truth. Again, everything done under the sun, all is vanity besides the worship of God. Everything else is false. And you're going to find out. 1 Kings 17:15. And they rejected God's statutes and God's covenant that he made with their fathers, and his testimonies which he testified against them, and they followed vanity, Christ, and became vain, and went after the heathen, their gods, their idols, that were round about them, and they served multiple gods, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. concerning whom the Lord had charged them that they should not be like them. They should not do like them. What does the Gentile worship? The Son. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Just because you got rid of one part of it, you said, well, Jesus is not God, but he's the Son. You still doing like them because they worshiping the Son too. Our forefathers did not worship the Son. They worship God alone, as it is written. Serve only him. Live by every word that comes out of his mouth. Then you are not deceived, and you are not vanity. Job 15:31. Let not him that is deceived trust in vanity, vain things. For vanity shall be his recompense. Vain things, you'll get nothing. It's worthless. Hell is worthless. Psalms 56:4. In God I will praise his word, not Christ. In God I have put my trust, so in God we trust, not Christ. Not the preachers who preach in that false religion, that false doctrine that was added to the Bible. It wasn't no Christ crucified in the Old Testament. God said he don't change. It ain't going to be no Christ crucified in the new one. I will not fear what flesh can do to me, how people think and feel when I tell them this truth. Isaiah 40:17. All Gentiles before me, God, him, are as nothing. They ain't shit. All Gentiles, I didn't go back 3,000 or 4,000 years ago or 2,000 years ago and write any of this. Who's saying it? God. All Gentiles before him are as nothing, meaningless, worthless shit. Now after news, you add nothing, and they are counted to him less than nothing, and vanity, vain, falsehood, because he said the Gentiles don't know God. The Gentiles trust in vanity. The Gentiles follow after their lust. The Gentiles are worldly. The Gentiles don't get God. That you were created to serve only God, not to be a doctor, not to have high status, not to be a movie star, not to get fame and YouTube fame. To only serve God. Not to add Christ to your worship to him. Jeremiah 16:19. The Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth, and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanities, and things where there is no profit. The Gentiles are as nothing. God said, I abhorred the Gentiles. All the gods of the nations, the Gentile nations, are idols. They inherited lies. Christ is a lie. Y'all are deceived. In God we trust. Those who are of God can hear that. And then we'll go back up to the top. Because the Spirit is true. And test every spirit to see are they from God. Of God. Not Christ. Let's wrap the news.